Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We are, and let's get to it. All right. All right. I think we're all set up, ready to go. Actually, take that to kick. All right. You can see I got my evaluations on the left screen, my funded on the right. Okay. Yep, that's the one I want. Good morning. 68. All right. All right. So breakout. That so let's see. By day, candle closed. Oh no, standard by weekday. All right, so all right, so according to Edgeful, the 5 minute opening range over the last month on Thursdays has been a double break day, which means you have a candle close below or above, and then it will go and take out the other side as well. 50% of the time. 25% breakout to the upside, 25% breakdown to the downside, 50% double break. Just for your information. Edgeful. That's over the last, uh, and a crazy, crazy stat uh, website. Um, yeah, that's just over the last month. If we go over the last 6 months, then we're looking at a whole lot different. 30% break to the upside, 26% break to the downside, and 42 double break. So kind of 50-50, which is why you've been having to take your first trade and then take a second trade to the opposite side. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I mean, just by the stats alone, being 50% double break day, if the first one fails, you know you're probably going to get the second one. Yeah, I'm kind of looking for it to go down to, oh, what was it? Turn my session volume profiles back on and go to the 30 minute. I'm looking for us pretty much to go down to, uh, where the hell are you at? Yeah. Yesterday's volume point of control, uh, at least for yesterday's value area high, which is down around 48,055. Um, value area high was around 48,080, about a 30-point range there. At least touch yesterday's value area high. If not, go to point of control. And if we stay inside yesterday's range, then we could just range around down in there or slowly grind our way back down a little bit. Because, uh, well, not yesterday's, sorry, Tuesday's. Uh, and if we can stay in Tuesday's range, then I mean, because that was a huge range day too, so that needs to be cleaned up a bit. Uh, so at minimum, I'm looking to go down to about 48,080, which is my bias. We'll see if it stays that way. I've got a trade on in the leap competition. I went short as soon as I woke up, or actually I went short last night in Asia, left the trade on, and it's $1,000 in profit now. We're about halfway there. Be a $2,000 trade. Because we just could not get any more upside during New York yesterday. The overnight went up and broke the 30-minute range, manipulated above the 30-minute range from yesterday after we broke all-time high, and then just dumped off as soon as it did. Then we haven't had any bounce once we broke the bottom of that range. So that is my target, 40. 48,080. We are open. So turn off my session profile. Edgeful also has indicators for everything. So the 5-minute opening range and the 15-minute opening range gets marked out automatically. I don't have to do anything. But I need to put on the 15-minute opening range. Got the 5. Range breakout. Set that one to 15 minutes. Okay. So I'll get the 5-minute and the 15-minute opening range levels. And so all I gotta do is stare at a 1-minute chart. On the 15-minute opening range, I'll switch to a 5-minute chart. See if we make a fair value gap on a 5-minute through 15-minute range. Alright, so let's take that one off. Take that one off. And then let's throw up our 930 New York VWAP. Alright. So let's go to what's in play. Ticker YM Micro Dow. There we go. Okay. Right. I'll show you Edgeful here when you have time. After the open, you get a little bit of a break during work. We got 60 points to fill the overnight gap to the upside. So if we do break to the upside and New York fills the overnight gap from New York close to New York open, that could be a target. The gap fill would be at 48,370. I mean, we could just go out and take out Asia's high and retest the all-time high today, but so there's a lot down below us that needs to be cleaned up. My bias after, yeah, any any day that breaks the all-time high, I'm always short bias the next day. I mean, I'll change my bias quickly if it shows me differently, but I'm always looking for that pullback after we break an all-time high. All right, the range is set. I mean, I can even look up the stats on how often when you do get a 5-minute opening range break, how far it retraces back inside the range on the days that it continues in the direction that it broke, which is basically like putting a dealing range on the opening range at 25, 15, 75% levels. All of Edgefield's indicators and reports and all that stuff work off of TradingView. Yeah, subscription service. They got about 35 indicators to go along with their trade setup plans, and then you can pull reports off of everything's extremely customizable um, to pull reports to give you the probabilities of this happening versus that happening. So you can pretty much just trade based on probability. This candle's got an opportunity. If it'll close away from the wick, we'll be at least have an opportunity on the next candle. Just do it. Just do it. But we're below 25%. Nope. No gap. Damn it. It's gonna make you wait. Mm. If it breaks at the downside, I'm probably just gonna go in on a close on one of my evals. I gotta get a little aggressive with this one because it's getting close to a rebuild. Getting close to a rebuild. Yeah. Well, I got three evals. Two of them are in profit. This one's still $1,000 in drawdown, and it's only like 10 days away from a rebuild. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Just yeah. Just trade it. Just trade your plan. We're staying in the bottom 25% of the orb right now. Yeah, yeah. As soon as I say that, it breaks above. Having some serious second thoughts about going above it, though. That closed below. We got a pivot point just above the 5-minute orb at 48, 346. Mhm. Yeah, that closed inside the bodies of the bullish inverted gap. Also cleaned up a volume imbalance that was up there too. Closed below the 50% of the orb. Still holding that first 1 minute inverted gap. lower highs. 1 minute. That's the third one. That's the fourth lower swing high on the 1 minute. Sweep of one swing high. Okay, so a 5 minute orb and a 15-minute orb are the same. Ugh. Yesterday's previous value area low is at 351. We're above New York VWAP for the moment. Break second 1 minute swing high. Back below New York VWAP. Mm-hmm. Gap down on the 1 minute. I'm going short on 1. Eval. Stop above 258. So 263 is my stop. 10 micros. It's 0.25 orb. So on a 0.25 small orb day, majority both sides, break on both sides. I'm adding to the short here. Pulling my stop down to above the 1:21. 255 is New York VWAP. See, 25% of the orb is 240. So I'll pull my stop down just above that. I'm still not taking this play in the funded account, just the eval that I'm being aggressive with. I have a pivot point down at 165. My target is still 080, 48.080. I can hold the bottom of the orb and break the low, I'll add again. That's 50% of the orb. 270. Yeah, if we break back above the 21 or VWAP, I think 253 is VWAP. Missy, lay down, baby. Got my finger on the flatten button in case I want to close this a little early. Touch the 1:21. That's a close above the 9. The 9 and the 21 are turning up. Stopped out on that trade. Going long. For the double break. We have to get above New York VWAP. To do that, not closing above the 1 minute 21. Touch the 50%. I'm out of that trade. Touch the 50%. The rejection off of that. All right, all or nothing on this one. Short. So it was a pullback off of the New York VWAP and a 50% retrace of the orb. Um, Short am I funded? $210. That's a 1 minute 21 hold. The risk there, risking $100. So, go back above new and view up. Safest place, that's where we've been pushing down from. What the fuck? Bastard. That, it was backwards. You piece of shit. I'm such a dumbass. Oh well. At least this keeps us from losing any more today. Fuck. Okay. Well, that's what account is that? 949. So 69 and 70 can be traded. I love that one and that eval. Shit, we still got room in that one. Not much though. One more trade. Oh shit, settings on this one. Oh, is that my, is that, 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 that? It might be. Oh, no. Is it the one out? Oh, it's a 4 hour candle. Back to the 1 hour high. Globex VWAP, 30 minute, 20, 15 minute, 21. That's pretty much a double top on the 15 minute. Right at Globex VWAP in the 15 minute 21. Yeah, it could be. Or we have a breakout in the afternoon. Still early enough. We haven't created initial balance yet. So that's the other indicator I need to put on. Initial balance. Initial balance. There we go. Wait. Opening range. Okay. Initial balance breakout. There we go. Yeah. Ooh. I am short in two more of my evals. My good evals. I'm only risking $32 on this one, back above Globex VWAP. Well, no, that's right. 252, 253, yeah, that's about right. Okay, 304. Stop is at, need to give it a little bit more than one tick. So 304, we'll go to 314. And we give it 10 points. It's a $55 stop. Still above New York VWAP, so see if it goes and breaks that 15-minute double top. We do have a fair value gap up there above it. right at a 5-minute swing high. Or if it's going to save it for later. We'll see. It was basically a 5-minute 9 and 21 hold there at the New York VWAP on that last 5-minute candle. EMA halt. Not looking good for my short unless we get back down and break through again. The 1 minute's coming into a narrow state. Ugh. Are above the all-time high VWAP for the time being. I think. Let me make sure that's adjusted correctly. There it goes. Nope. Here we are. Right at it. So keep going. Since the open, we've gone above it, below it, above it. Now we're breaking back below it. Back above it. 5-minute 21 touch, as well as New York VWAP, pretty much right on top of each other. Push back below New York VWAP in the 5-minute 21. Pull my stop on my eval trade down into profit, but I want to see the 5-minute 21, the 5-minute 9, New York VWAP hold here, stay to the downside. I'm not pulling it all the way down to that area yet, but at least pulling it basically break even, just covering commissions. So we're about to set initial balance in a minute and a half. Take a look and see what Edgefield says about initial balance. Hmm. Initial balance breakout on YM over the last 6 months. Standard. Whatever. Candle time frame. Candle close. Single break 70.45% of the time. Double break only 19% of the time. On Thursdays, it's 77% of the time for single break. Well, that's pretty good possibility. And I'm gonna go ahead and add to my trade there. That was my average price just below VWAP. The 9 and the 21. Pull my stop down, still risking only $125. See if we can't get down to that target of 081 previous or Thursdays. Tuesdays. Tuesdays point of control. What? Oh, that one. Okay. Wait. What is? What the fuck? I know I changed that shit. No, I didn't. Fuck me. Okay. Well, we hit target. Fuck me. Okay. We killed that account. Meant to change my risk settings and here and evals to 3,000, not 300, because I'm not under a consistency rule in the evals. But yeah, we got our target. That's $600 on the day there. On the funded account, we screwed up the risk settings on that as well. First, we had them backwards. Instead of 250 daily profit loss and 125 per trade, we had 250 per trade and 125 daily. So we had a loss on the first trade. It's locked us out of those accounts till tomorrow. Um, yeah, just not much we can do about that. Um, I don't think we can trade this. I'm pretty sure this one's going to be locked out as well. No, no, look at that. Okay. Um, yeah, just hold on to this. We got 100 points to get down to an 081 point of control. Coming back up to retest initial balance. So we do get our second trade on this account. Uh, so there's a propulsion gap on the 5 minute, two fair value gaps in a row. If this candle closes, and we've got about 45 seconds left, so I think we're gonna be okay. Keep my stop up here above IB low. Uh, let's see what we can get. We may we may come back into we may come back into it for a retracement. Uh, Probably take a couple off at 100. See what happens when we get down to that point of control at 81. Okay. I'll take off two there. I'll trail my stop. Give the 5-minute nine a little bit of room. See what happens when we get down to the, yeah, there you go. All right, green days are green days. I'll take them all day, every day. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when we get around all-time highs anyway. Right. Yeah. I'll pull my stop down a bit here. We're at the 81. That's the point of control from Tuesday. Pull my stop down. Keep my stop down tight. See if we can break through point of control from Tuesday. As we're in Tuesday's value area, if we can stay there, we got a good ways down to get to the value area low. A lot of resistance, but could just be a grind. Right now, if I get stopped out, this account will be break even for a day. Uh, my other one is $130 loss. See where this candle ends. I might just close the trade here, wait for a pullback to the 5-minute nine, or any 5-minute fair value gap that gets retested and holds. Yeah, I'm gonna take that off there. That puts me $91 in profit on this account because we're getting kind of extended from the 5-minute nine. I'd like to see it pull back to the 5-minute nine and then push back down again. Or if this creates a fair value gap here, uh, see it retest. Almost hit my target on the overnight trade in the leap competition. In fact, I need to pull my stop down on that just to lock in profit. And in fact, again, same reason I'm going to close this leap trade at 1800 profit. It's close enough to target profit. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like I said, it's okay to lock in that profit, but if you've got targets below you, you think you can make, leave that runner. Yeah, always leave the runner. That way, if you come back into a gap and it holds, you can always add back into that trade again, catch a little bit more to the downside. I mean, I was at a loss. I was at $137 loss on both my funded. So yes, I'm locking in for a green day here, but I'll risk the $91 I made in this account if I get a 5 minute fair value gap that holds, retest it. And I'll jump back in another trade and I'll risk that $91 because I'll be okay with a break even day after being negative. But I just know that those 9 EMAs price doesn't like to get too far away from them before a pullback. So we got some 1 minute fair value gaps. So we could pull back to the nine right now and be right at the midline of a 1 minute fair value gap. And I'd be willing to risk that for like 20, $30 just to jump back in a trade with a couple of contracts. And if it starts going in my favor again, add to the trade, get up to 5 contracts, see if I can't make another 100, $125. But I know you're working. You can't really trade like that. But I would start leaving a runner. I mean, too many times you've said price keeps going. Yeah, yeah. Well, I know I know you focus mainly on green days, but I kind of like I was just explaining. Anytime when I lose my first trade, I actually count a break even day as a win there. So leaving the runner, locking in even a smaller profit than you did, I count that as a win. You know, even if I don't make any more money, but I'll always give myself the opportunity to try to make some more money. But yeah, any day where I go and draw down immediately, um, I'm not. I'm happy with a break even if I get it. Anything above that is just better. Yeah, but I mean, you're seeing it, so uh, you're seeing your mistakes. Eventually, you'll fix them. Yeah, right. But you're not going to gain that confidence if you don't start doing it and seeing it work. That's the shitty part, right? You gotta actually do it to see it work. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know damn well you read the markets well. I mean, how many times in the last month have you in Asia gold and all that stuff? You read the markets well. So you just got to give it the chance. And once you give it the chance, you'll start seeing it work out more and more, and that'll just build the confidence. But like you said, you would be okay with, not quitting your job for a year. So you're not trying to quit quickly. So you got to give it a chance. Yeah. Right. Yes, that was a good push off the 1 minute nine right there. We didn't come back to any. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, r- yeah, Real Deal Futures on YouTube is giving away another account. Yeah, he gives them. He pretty much does it just about every day. All right, man. Uh, and like I said, all it is leaving a runner. You're locking in profit. Just leave the runner. Yeah, yeah, right. And and that's typically if I'm leaving one contract on, that's usually I'll set an order for $100 profit. If it gives me an extra $100, cool, I'm good. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I did the same thing. I could have just left taken uh, one more contract off and left one as a runner, but I didn't. But I'm okay with where I'm at. Uh, If I don't get another trade, I'm happy because I'm more than break even. I actually made 100 on this account. So, I
Hey, DJ! I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Looking for a duck race on Real Deal. Yeah. Right. Uh, what's your Twitter handle? Okay. Okay. Uh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. It. Yeah. Yep. I get it. I'm still kind of there on a lot of days myself. Know damn well I should just leave a runner and I don't do it. Hmm. Yeah. I just tagged you in Real Deal Futures on Twitter. He's giving away 250K straight to fundeds on Twitter, and he still gives away almost every day accounts in his live stream. So might be Real Deal Zach on Twitter. That I just tagged you in. Say easel.kda. KDA. Okay. Okay. Hmm. That's not the repost isn't showing up on mine either. Uh, I typed in because I was supposed to tag 3 people, so I typed that in on a slothfather_1. I just retweet this post, tag 3 friends. Mhm. Repost, tag 3 friends at easel dot kda. The dot kda is in white. The only thing that's highlighted on the at for me when I put it in is easel. Yeah, me neither. So I'm redoing it real quick. Okay. Let's see if it's on mine. Well, there's Tradeify, Legends. What the hell? What the hell? No, oh, dot underscore KDA. Okay. Yeah. Huh. Uh, He streams on YouTube and Kick. I'm usually in his Kick channel because there's no latency there. But there's literally only like 75 to 90 people in the giveaways. He runs duck races when he gives them away. So freaking odds are fantastic. I was up front. Yeah, because they're, yeah, 90% of the time he's giving away straight to funded accounts. So, well, there she goes after a little consolidation, going a little lower. I mean, I might be ready for a pullback somewhere down here. 'Cause getting pretty extended from the 1 minute 200. Yep. Way extended from the 5 minute. But I've seen days where it just keeps on going. Yeah, so uh, you're in, are you in the Discord right now? The Discord stream? Okay. Let me pull this over. Mm. All right, Edgeful. So the reports, I mean, basically, I just do all reports. If you go down to choose report, you got gap fill, initial balance, open candle continuation, opening stats, opening range breakout, outside days, power hour breakout, power hour continuation. I mean, just FOMC performance, it's just all kinds of shit, right? Engulfing candles, fair value gaps, inside bars. Uh, I need to look at the fair value gap deal as well. So right now I'm on the, let's just do the opening range breakout, right? So it tells me up here all the stats, and yes, we had the 15-minute opening range breakout. Um, but here it tells you all the stats, and on this is the 15-minute, okay? And you can even customize the report with your time frames, stuff like that, and by weekday, by performance, by close, size, levels, retracement, all that shit. Um, so even if you go to like weekday, so now you can see each day. What Mondays, what does it do? Tuesdays, what's the odds? Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday's the best for a breakout to the upside, uh, with no double break. Friday. So, and then, you know, I'm looking at 6 months. You can look at 1 minute, 3 minute, or 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, year to date, all the way up to 5 years back. I like to keep it within 6 months, so it's kind of recent market structure. So you can do reports on just about anything, right? So these are all the setups on the right side that I can look at reports on. Then I got my watch list for all this stuff. Uh, Friday on the 5 minute orb. Let me get to the 5 minute. Hold on. Let's see. Opening range breakout. Yes. I think I did a 5 minute customize orb time frame. 5 minute mechanical close throughout the day. Save. This is. Hold on. I know. No reports. I've got to go in and put a 5 minute gap fill in because they that their default is the 15 minute. So I have to go in and actually put in a 5 minute micro WAM. So instead of going through all that, like it's right now it's on ES. All I have to do is go to my watch list and click NYM and it'll change the ticker in the report. Uh, but then, once I look at all the reports in the morning during the pre-market to see what's going on, I can go to what's in play and it gives me all of the setups on, you know, when the 15-minute orb is being created. None of these stats are here. It just says being created. And at the 15-minute close, then it gives me all the stats. And then it tells me when it actually breaks out. Initial balance for the first hour, uh, opening candle continuation, ADR, so average daily range. It tells you how much has already been filled, where the bearish potential move can go, where the bullish potential move could go. Uh, yeah,